So an operation is how we change the value of variables, because right now I'm 23 years old, but maybe in a year from now, I will be 1 year older. 1 year older or 1 year younger? No, 1 year older in 1 year from now, okay? Dentro de un año voy a tener un año más. So here, age will be 24, okay? It's the same as that. So this is an operator, for example. The plus symbol is an operator porque nos sirve para cambiarle el valor a la variable. We can also do this, we can also multiply, divide. But why are operators so important? Well, first of all, because they change the value of the variable, because maybe today my favorite subject is art, but some other time in the future my favorite subject becomes math, or for example my password in some social media, maybe I want to change it someday, and all of that information, we want to store information in our computer, but we also want to be able to change it and save it again. So that's what operators are for. But look at this just here. It says the results of operations in Python depends on the type of data, so if it's text, if it's numbers, if it's true or false, like a yes no questions. It also depends on the operators that we use. So this is why data types are important, this is why operators are important, because adding up numbers is not the same as adding up text, okay? Cuando sumamos texto no es lo mismo que sumar números. So for example, if I ask Python here in the terminal, but I could also be doing it up here. Let's actually do it up here. Let's see. Okay. Let me do it up there instead to avoid confusing anyone. So if I ask for 2 plus 3, how much is 2 plus 3? 5, right? Let me clear this. 2 plus 3, 5. Okay, that's great. But what if this was text? 2 plus 3. Well, if this is text, like it will show it just like that, right? But if I do, let's see, show some text, this is a variable, or maybe let's see, 2 in text, 2, 3 in text, 3. So now if I print 2 in text and 3 in text, what do you think will happen? Aha, 23. How come 2 plus 3 isn't 23? No, it's because it's the text of 2 and the text of 3 and they are together. Like for example here, if I had something different, my favorite, no, my username is tasty potato 67, whatever. If I do that, okay, it's this text and after that it's this text. We call that concatenation. Concatenation is just a fancy word to say put multiple texts together. So when we use the plus symbol for numbers, they add up. Cuando usamos el más con los números se suman, pero cuando lo usamos con texto pone un texto atrás de otro. For example, we saw it last video. Where was it? Here, for example. Like if I want to write a message, but maybe my age will, like, why do we do this instead of just writing everything here? Well, because maybe my age changes in the future, or maybe my name changes, or if I have like favorite subject, and I also show the favorite subject, like favorite subject, maths, let's say. My favorite, like if I wrote it here, like my favorite subject is maths, for example, right? Like here this works, but maybe in the future I have to change this and it's science or art or English. And imagine if I had to change every single code every time that this changes, right? Like si yo tuviera un montón de código que tengo que estar cambiándolo constantemente, it's better to have that information here and just add it here, ¿ok? Yo ya sé que mi materia favorita la tengo acá arriba y que si más abajo la uso un montón de veces a lo largo de mi código, que va a estar siempre allá arriba y la puedo cambiar. It can change later. Maybe now my favorite subject is not maths anymore. Now it's art. Okay. If it's art, yeah, now it will be different, right? So first it was maths. Sorry, I forgot the space here. Forgot the space. Let's go again. First, my favorite subject was maths. So when it shows this, it's maths. But now it's art. So for the third line, for the third message, it will show art. Okay, well, I forgot the capital letter, but oh well. There goes the capital letter. So for operations, we have some operations we can do with numbers and some operations we can do with text. So for numbers, we have all these operations. Maybe you, well, or operators, if you will. Maybe you already know the arithmetic operators. Summation, subtraction, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Well, like 2 plus 3 is 5. 7 minus 2 is also 5. And that is useful for handling things like money or the amount of chairs in a classroom. You know, you have to handle numbers to track the quantity. Para saber la cantidad de las cosas, we use arithmetic operators. We can also use comparison operators, like if I have 20 toys and my brother has 18, is the amount of toys I have the same as my brother's? Probably not, right? But let's ask Python just in case. Let's see. Let's see. Brothers. Try not to write weird symbols when writing variables, okay? It won't be grammatically perfect, it doesn't matter. You can also write, let's see, bro toys, 20. My toys, 15. So let's ask Python. Is the amount of toys my brother has the same as my toys? The amount of toys I have? False. We already learned last class or last video that false means it's like no, right? It's like saying no, and true is like saying yes. It's like a yes no question, right? Do you remember that? Actually, let me there. This very important here. Okay. There. Okay, so obviously no, right? But maybe then I buy some more toys. For example, I buy 5 more toys. So now, what about now, right? Well, now it should be the same, right? So now, yes, the amount of toys we have is the same. We also have this other operation that is different. Like, what do you think will happen if I change here from the equal sign, the double equal sign, to exclamation mark equal? It means different, like the amount of toys my brother has and the amount of toys I have. Is it different? Yes. But then, after I buy some more toys, it's not different. So now it's the opposite, true, false. So this one and this one are like opposites, right? And then the assignation operation, we already learned that one, is to say that my brother has 20 toys, I have 15, then I have 5 more, right? Like it's changing the value of a variable. Okay, and then we also have the operators for strings. For strings, we have a few less operators. We have this and this. This one we already saw that it puts text together. These ones, well, obviously if two texts are the same or if they are different. But what do you think multiplication will do for text? Let's find out. So for text, multiplication, for example, some piece of text times 4 is the same text 4 times, or times 10 is the same text 10 times. Well, let's give it a try. Let's see. Let me write another. So for example, if I have a message here, if I have a message here and I want to show it 4 times, right? It's hi 4 times, okay, because it says 4. I could also have done, let's see, double message. Ooh, it can be this message but twice. What do you think will happen now? Maybe it will be 8 times. Let's find out. Yes, it's 8 times, because this one is hi and this one is hi 4 times. Well, what is this useful for? Well, if you want to repeat something, like for example, this could be my name, surname, and here I could have my full name, right? Full name, like this, as we have already seen. And here I could have my full name, let's see, 3 times. Well, let's see if it works. It does here. It's just this same thing. This puts together my name and my surname, right? It puts them together, los une. And now it's my full name 3 times, okay? Well, that's it. Bye. Next class, we might learn about data structures, control flow. We'll learn about some more things that we can do in Python, but we have already learned how to store information in our computer, how to change this information, okay, and how to and the different types of information, because it's not the same, for example, having 100 buildings than having one building named 100, right? This is text, this is a number. It could also have been a bool. Bool is true or false, yes or no questions, okay? Yeah, that's it. Bye.